New developments tonight in a Kelly File exclusive. We now have undercover video from filmmaker James O'Keefe trying to entrap some of Hollywood's big stars in hypocrisy. Watch this.
My client's interest is to end, American energy independence. Your interest is to end fracking, and you guys understand that.
Correct. Yeah, super clear. Money to us, it's money. We have no moral issue.
If Washington, D.C. continues fracking, America will be energy efficient, and then they won't need our oil anymore. You're in with us on this side, right?
Oh, yeah. Knowing where the money comes from.
It's only at this time.
All right, so explain what you just saw there with James O'Keefe, who's the president and founder of Project Veritas, the group behind this undercover video. James, thanks for being here. So explain to the audience what we just saw and heard there.
So basically what happened was we have videotape between Hollywood celebrities, hidden camera videotape at the Beverly Hills Hotel, meeting with people they believe to be members of a Middle Eastern oil group, and they're accepting funding for their anti-fracking movies because fracking hurts the Middle East bottom line to the tune of $9 million, and they're trying to make that donation anonymous, keep that funding protected, and cover it up by saying NGOs and nonprofits are funding the film.
So they're trying to promote green energy. Green energy, green energy, that's what they believe in, that's what they stand for, that's what their movie's about, and yet you're showing them apparently more than willing to take the funding for the movie to the tune of $9 million from an oil sheik, from a guy posing as an oil guy?
That's right. These are Mohammed bin Rashidi was posing as an oil sheik and met with these guys at the Beverly Hills Hotel. We really questioned their altruism and questioned their motives. Are they doing this for the money? Are they doing it because it's good for the environment? And we know that movies like Promised Land with Matt Damon were funded by Image Nation Abu Dhabi. So we wanted to be a fly on the wall between the sort of funders overseas and the Hollywood producers in the United States.
And you found, in your view, that they weren't really standing on principle, that what they really wanted was dough to get their film made. However, they came out with a video statement. They're very upset with you, James. And they came out with a video statement and said, in part, that the reason they didn't care about where the money was going to come from was because they really just wanted to get their anti-fracking message out, even if it came from, sponsored in part by dough from a sheikh. Here they are. Here's the guy behind the film on tape talking about his thoughts.
We thought to ourselves, oh, the irony. We'll use the funding from an oil company to make a film that promotes green energy.
He actually produced like a beautiful response to your Sting video.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting question. Do the Americans feel comfortable with the relationship between the Middle East, who it's in their economic interest to stop American energy independence? I think the nefarious thing about this film that we did was showing that they're trying to stop our energy independence, and those Hollywood filmmakers, Ed Begley Jr., Mariel Hemming, are okay with that. And what's worse, they're using nonprofit groups and C3 groups to cover up from where the funding is coming from. Is that illegal? I know that the Senate has been investigating that very issue. So there are some serious issues here about the cover-up of the funding and about how many movies in Hollywood are funded by these Middle Eastern groups.
I know that there was information today about a Senate committee. You tweeted that a Senate committee has reached out to you over possible nonprofit participation or cover-up in this video. Is that true? Have you been reached out to by lawmakers?
I have been reached out by lawmakers. I'm not allowed to give too much information at this point, but the bottom line is that the Senate has been investigating the specific issue about NGOs and C3s and the funding, but that's all information I can give at this point.
Let me ask you this, because California is a two-party consent state. You have to have the consent of everybody involved in a videotape. It looks like you didn't have it here. Are you facing possible criminal charges as a result of this videotape?
No, we didn't break the law. The law is very clear that when there's no expectation of privacy, there's an exception to that consent statute. Most recently, states like Illinois overturned their recording laws on the grounds it was unconstitutional. But if you want to talk about law breaking or expectation of privacy, Don Sterling, nobody seemed to really address that issue. And this is unlike that situation where that was pillow talk, a private conversation. This was a public conversation in a public place at a Beverly Hills hotel with with people sitting around the table, so it's a little bit different.
I got to run. Thanks for being here, James.